Well, throughout the Old Testament, there are a lot of characters and people that God used that I always want to emulate. I like David's leadership and as a man after God's own heart. Moses as a shepherd and as a man who learned to hear from God on behalf of the people. But of all the characters in the Old Testament, the people God used, Jacob, I think, is the one I can relate with the most in terms of that's me. That is exactly my life story. A man who had promises from God from before he was born. He was clearly going to be the heir of salvation, the heir of all the promises given to Abraham, but ended up striving and manipulating people his entire life to get the things that God already promised him. Now, I had no idea what God had promised me in my life. I didn't know what my call was. I didn't know what was really in me to do. But I do know that from early on, I knew I was called to be a leader. I was called to change the world. I had that in me, but what I didn't understand was I didn't have to manipulate everybody around me to get what I wanted. And I was really good at using people to achieve my ends. I saw people as a means to get what I needed, to get things done. As a young leader, I viewed people as tools to accomplish a mission and a vision that God had given, rather than just as people for me to build up. And like Jacob, I left a mess in my wake. I left a mess of hurting, damaged people who in the end hated being under my leadership in any kind of a way. And I'll never forget when God came to me. It was in the prodigal son parable. The pastor was preaching it. And it was the moment that the son realizes that, wow, my father's going to welcome me back into the house. And the older son in that story realizes I've been striving for what I always had. I didn't have to work to be an heir. I didn't have to get it done on behalf of God. Get her done. That's been a life motto for me. And the freedom that came from realizing that I don't have to make it happen for God. I have to just walk with him and he makes it happen. And just enjoy the journey with him, enjoy the people that God sends along the way during that process. The freedom that I found, like Jacob, was when I found out that as a son of God, all of his promises are mine. And I don't have to work hard at them. I just have to follow and walk with him. That's a great freedom.